Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well and are a great example unto the body of Yahweh Shai. Also, a strong Shalom to you brothers out there pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. All right, it's your brother Ezra coming back at you again with another lesson. And hey, man, the cat is out the bag. Esau Edom is done, man. This, these devils is finished. All right, the truth is coming out every single day. You know, these devils continue to expose themselves to the point now where you even got other Edomites saying who they are. All right, now here it is. You got this guy, Alex Jones. All right, which is for quite some time has been, a leading, journalist, commentator, if you will, upon this whole, so-called conspiracy theories, dealing with the Illuminati and the world banking elites and things of that nature. This guy has been in the forefront of that for, quite some time. All right. So what I have here is this video from the brother GMS Get This Work. And it's basically, Esau's tongue falling upon himself. You see, so this female Edomite called into the show. She was basically going into the downfall of America, pretty much. Basically saying that so-called white people, which are the Edomites, are now beginning to reap what they have sown, and that ultimately destruction is coming for them. You see? So hey, I'm gonna just go ahead and play. It's a short video, so I'm gonna just go ahead and play this video real quick so y'all can see. But hey, man, the cat is out the bag. And one thing you gotta keep in mind, you can't tell me, well, we know for a fact that people that's not in this truth are watching our videos, man. You even got heathen that's watching our video. Now, although they might not agree with everything that we may say, when hey, best believe when we expose Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and when we go into prophecy, these heathen be listening, man. All right, you even got other Edomites that be listening to this. All right, because before the Israelites started speaking and started breaking down the truth, no one was talking about Edomites, man. The Christian church wasn't talking about no Edomites. Islam wasn't talking about Edomites. You see? No other, Kemet wasn't talking about Edomites. You see? So that lets you know right there that, hey, this truth is getting out there. All right. And not only is it getting out there, but it's starting to, have an effect on people. All right. So much so now to the point where the spirit is starting to convict them. All right. So all in all, it just shows you that the words that we speak are the truth. All right, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, the words that we speak thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that these are the truth. All right, and it's beginning to, be more and more obvious day by day. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Check it out.
Left of the board, we will continue with them. In fact, let's go to them right now in the order that they were received. Robin in Oklahoma, thanks for calling.
Alex, I remember several years ago, there was a gentleman called into the Rush Limbaugh show. He said he could literally on a computer and a spreadsheet see where America's decline started, financially, spiritually, and anything you can name. It was 1973, and we all know what happened in 1973.
We went off the gold standard.
No, man, no. We started killing our unborn babies.
Oh, absolutely.
And real quick, like, you see how she marked the beginning of America's decline with what she said in 1973 with, all these, abortions and everything like that. When in the grand scheme of things, yeah, you can definitely say that it was around that time, the 60s and the 70s, really with that, baby boomer generation. That was the beginning of the end for America, because they was actually at that time, rebelling against the system that they were supposed to have. All right, but because back then a lot of them realized that shit was corrupt, man. They realized back then that there was some funny shit going on, but they couldn't really put the finger on it. All right, but as time went on, stuff began to be made more and more clear. You see, but that was the beginning of America, really in that 60s, 70s, period, beginning to take a major downfall. All right. And it only continued to get worse as time went on, because you go back to a time like the 1950s in America, that was like America's golden age. You know what I'm saying? So really after that, with that baby boomer generation, that was the beginning of the end for America and these Edomites, man. Stuff was going downhill drastically. All right, you had the Vietnam War. You had inflation taking place. The Federal Reserve note was taken off of the gold standard. And after that, you had so many other wars, drugs and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that was the beginning of the end. But in reality, America's iniquity, goes back to when you started slaughtering the Native Americans. All right, it goes back to that. It goes back when you was bringing, the tribe of Judah upon slave ships over here to this new side of the world, and held us as captive slaves. All right, that's really when your iniquity began. But they don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to talk about that. All right, they want to talk about 1973 and abortion and all that type of stuff. Man, the Lord don't give a damn if you Edomites is killing your own babies, man. The Lord hates you. All right, the Lord hates you according to the scriptures. All right. So hey, man, the cat is out the bag. All right, you even have Edomites that are acknowledging that we done. It's no escaping this. It's no getting out of this. We have to reap what we have sown. Let's finish this video though.
That too. That's even more important. You're right. Roe
We
v.
do
Wade.
not get we don't get away with it, Alex. We're not going to get away with this. We're just not. This is reaping and sowing. The whole world has reaped bloodthirsty Edomite behavior. The whole world has reaped blood.
See that? Did y'all hear what she just said? The whole world has reaped bloodthirsty Edomite behavior. You see? Now, where did she get that from? Where did she get the whole concept of bloodthirsty Edomite behavior? What is bloodthirsty Edomite behavior? How does she know who the Edomites are? Because she watches the prophets, all right? She watches the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And you see, for the longest time, people want to say that, that we're racist and we're full of hate. Hey, listen, hatred, don't have nothing to do with it. Hey, all we do is read the Bible. Okay, all we do is bring out thus saith the Lord. Now, however you feel about it, when the words come out, that's your own personal issue. You got to take that up with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But as the prophets, as the men of the Lord, we come forth to give you thus saith the Lord. All right, we don't care to cater to your feelings and make you feel good. This ain't the Christian church, man. This ain't the Christian church where you can go in every Sunday and get a feel-good sermon and leave up out of there and continue in your wickedness, man. Go out and do some more wickedness. Nah, that ain't what this is, man. We come to proclaim the truth, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And if you don't like it, hey, then your ass can keep it moving, man. Because, hey, this ain't for you. This ain't for everybody. This is only for the elect. All right. Now, of course, the word is going to go out to all nations, but that doesn't mean that all people are going to accept it. All right. Only those that, can accept the truth, can accept reality, can even accept the words that we saying. All right. Why do you think Yahweh Shai was attacked so much when he came upon the earth? Because, his ministry was not for everybody, man. It was not for the masses of the people. Majority of people came against him. Now you had, a lot of people that believed on the Lord as well, that actually followed him and believed that he was the Messiah because his works testified that he was the Messiah. All right. But nonetheless, this ministry, this word was not for everyone in the whole entire world, man. All right. Because in that ministry, people were condemned. All right. Certain people, which, hey, the Lord said, I've only come but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So, hey, he only came for the Israelites, man. He ain't come for no Edomites. He ain't come for no, Elamites or no, Moabites, man. He only came for his people, the lost tribes, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand that, then you understand that, hey, there's an order, all right? There's people that the Lord created to be his vessels of honor, and there's people that the Lord created to be his vessels of dishonor. All right, mainly being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, those are the vessels of dishonor. All right, that the Lord has created to be fitted for destruction, man. All right, but like she just said, the whole world has reaped bloodthirsty Edomite behavior. All right. The so-called white man has gone all around the earth doing what? As she said, bloodthirsty Edomite behavior. Okay. Raping, robbing, and murdering everything to gain their kingdom. And this is well documented. All right. But when we bring things out like this, people say, that we're full of hate, that we don't preach love. Well, hey, this ain't a message of love, man. All right, the only message of love that we have to give is to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. For all you other nations, listen, y'all are about to get y'all's, man. All right, bottom line, y'all are about to receive your judgment. All right, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to get the worst judgment of all. But nonetheless, all right, the gospel is not for all nations, man. It's only for the Israelites, all right? But hey, bloodthirsty Edomite behavior, all right? The Lord is making the tongue of these Edomites fall upon themselves, man. All right, he even putting his spirit on certain Edomites to come out and say who they are, all right, which only validates what we've been saying, you see? So, hey, man, we living in some very beautiful times where, all the things that the men of the Lord, all right, starting with our elders and apostles have been saying since the very beginning, these things are starting to be rectified, man. All right, our words are starting to be justified before men. All right, so hey, you can't do nothing against this truth, man. You can't do nothing against it, but only for it, man, as it is written. Let's continue.
Thirsty Edomite behavior, and we are reaping what we have sown right now, and it is going to get worse. Side of a miracle, I don't think we can get out of this. We can talk political, we can talk war, we can talk, victory gardens and greenhouses and cows and all that. We are absolutely reaping what we sown.
No, I totally agree with you. I don't know how I saw the point you were making. I was thinking about economy today, but you're right. That's when we started the murder of 60 plus million babies and saying they're not humans. And now we say men are women and all the rest of it. And you go look at leftists. I don't feel good at how trashy and dumb they are. It makes me feel bad that they've fallen to such a level. They are literally confused, lost, demonic, hateful, crazy people. And they're everywhere now. Everywhere all across the country and the world, and they are literally spiritless. They have like no human spirit, or God's spirit isn't in them. They are completely drugged out and lost, and they are just rejoicing. They want nuclear war and death, and they want to bring it down on us because they've given up their life force. They are basically living dead.
That's right. They're bloodthirsty Edomites, Alex.
You're right. They've been given over to a spirit of strong delusion.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you so much. She made a really great
Yo, and notice how he wasn't trying to deal with that Edomite comment. I noticed how he was, trying to avoid that as much as possible. Yeah, well, they've been given over to a spirit of strong delusion. Why don't you deal with that Edomite comment? That's why she kept saying it, because she just wanted to throw that out there. That was all through the spirit, man. That was all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, to where she kept repeating it, man. But as you can see, he knows who he is, all right, according to the scriptures, all right, because notice that he didn't deny that, yes, the world has been reaping, bloodthirsty Edomite behavior. He never denied that, he just, kind of, quietly was like, yeah, you're right. But, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's how these devils do, man, but hey, it doesn't matter, because, hey, man, the truth can't be denied no more. All right, the truth cannot be denied, man. All right, because we live in a time where things are being exposed. The truth is springing forth as a flood. All right, so you can't stop the momentum of this truth, man. You can't silence the prophets. All right, hey, we not gonna stop talking until the Lord, tell us to stop, man. All right. So, hey, man, the cat is out the bag. Esau, Edom is being exposed on all fronts. Now let's go ahead and get some precepts. All right, this is let me start with Job 9:24. All right, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You see? So hey, it tells you in the book of Job 9:24 that the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Now, according to the scriptures, who is the wicked? Esau, Edom. All right. Esau, Edom is the wicked, the border of wickedness, the man of sin, according to the holy scriptures, man. All right. And even when you look at the current affairs of the planet Earth today, who is in rulership of the entire planet Earth? Who is the one that's starting all of these wars? Who is the one that can pretty much put trade sanctions upon any nation that they feel like? Who goes into these nations? Okay, oppresses people, takes their resources. All right, passes unrighteous laws. Okay, who has a military base in pretty much every nation upon the earth? Now you can point to certain nations. Okay, you may be able to point to certain European nations and certain America, but hey, who really runs America and the EU? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You see, so that's who has control of the planet Earth. And then it goes on to say he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, so Job is saying, hey, if the so-called white man is not the wicked, then show me who is. Show me who he is. Show me where he is and who he is if it's not the so-called white man. You see, he covered the faces of the judges. Now, who covered the face, Salaki? Now, who covered the faces of the true judges of the scriptures? All right, which were so-called Negroes. The so-called white man did that. All right, the Arab is not guilty of that. The so-called Chinaman is not guilty of that. The East Indian is not guilty of that. All right, the Eskimos, the Pacific Islanders are not guilty of that, man. It's only one group of people that's guilty of Job 9:24, and that's Esau, the so-called white man. You see? Now let's get the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees 3 verse 24, because it said that they would cover the faces of the judges thereof in the book of First Maccabees. All right. So it says, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. You see that? Now the book of the law are the holy scriptures, man. All right, dealing with the Torah, okay, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their own images. Now, who laid open the book of the law and painted the likeness of their own images? Who other than Esau, Edom, man? All right, the prime example of that, okay, being the image of Cesare Borgia, all right, which has been set up as the image of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which the world ignorantly calls, Jesus the Christ. All right, they laid open they painted the angels white. All right, they made Yahweh white. They made Mary white. Okay, they made David white. And hey, the list goes on, man. All right, only they are guilty of this. All right, and you can easily do your research on the Russian iconoclast. All right, do your research on that. All right, I'm not gonna get into it on this video, and brothers have made plenty of videos about it. But hey, you can easily get into the Russian iconoclast and see that before the period of the Renaissance, that all images of the biblical figures were so-called Negroes. All right, but when the Renaissance came about, they sought to bring about a period of Edomite supremacy. All right, they sought to bring about a period of Edomite supremacy wherein they laid open the book of the law and they painted the likeness of their own images to put forth that white supremacy throughout the earth. Okay, to say that the so-called white man was supreme over everyone else, and through taking the scriptures, which is our book, they've went around the world and they've subjugated Okay, pretty much all nations of people under the sword, okay, which going back to Genesis, the 27th chapter, was given to them as a blessing, as a consolation prize, in which Esau would rule in the last days. All right, that he would live by the sword, man. All right. All right, so very important information. You know what I'm saying? You can just look up, go, search up brothers' videos that do stuff on that. There's plenty of information out there. All right. So now this is Second Thessalonians. I'm gonna start at verse 6. And now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. You see, so now that wicked is being revealed, man. Okay, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is being revealed as the devil that he is, man. Okay, you even got Edomites calling into Alex Jones's show talking about bloodthirsty Edomite behavior. Where did they learn that from? They didn't learn that from the Christian church. They didn't learn that from any other religion or philosophy that you have out there other than the true prophets, which are the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see? That's what they learned about the Edomites. That's what they learned about the treachery and the evil, all right? And hey, Alex Jones is not no small platform, man. Alex Jones is a very large platform that a lot of people watch. And the fact that you even have people calling in talking about Edomite this and Edomite that just shows you how far that this truth has truly gotten, man. This truly shows you that, hey, this truth has really gotten to the four corners of the earth and that the end is very, very near. All right? Because, hey, don't the scriptures say that the truth, shall be preached throughout all the earth and then the end shall come? Do the scriptures not say that? So this is what we seeing, man. All right? That wicked is being revealed. Okay, Esau can't hide himself no more, man. Esau is being made bare. All right. Now let's get Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, talking about Esau Edom, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. You see that? So now Esau is being shamed, man. You even got other Edomites talking about bloodthirsty Edomite behavior because they're well aware of the history that the so-called white man has perpetuated throughout the entire planet Earth. And it's really to the point now where they're trying to pass laws to say that, hey, you can't talk about none of this. All right, they trying to ban critical race theory and different things of that nature because they don't want the truth coming out. They really trying to remove statues. Okay, they're trying to take away landmarks. They're trying to change names of certain things so that it's, what I'm saying? They're trying to do all of this, but why are they doing it? They doing it because they're being exposed and the truth is coming out and they heard about it. All right, there's nowhere that the so-called white man can go where he's not reminded of the evil that he's perpetuated against the children of Israel. All right, not only against the children of Israel, but against the entire planet Earth, man. All right, against all indigenous groups of people. You see, so hey, Esau Edom is done, man. All right, this nigga is finished. All right, it ain't no turning back. And hey, Esau, you had a hell of a run, man. You had a hell of a run, but hey, your time is up, buddy. All right, it's time to go. It's time to pack it up. You know. You know what I'm saying? You had a great run, okay, where you had control of the planet Earth, where you had the resources, you had the Israelites. All right, you was pretty much able to get away with murder, man. All right, but now your time is coming where you must reap what you have sown, man. As that Edomite woman said in that clip. All right, the time is coming where they gonna have to reap what they have sown, man. All right, Micah chapter 2. Verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Okay, we know that's talking about the elites of Esau. Okay, these world banking elites, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, you know what I'm saying? these high, class elite banking families that have control over the planet Earth and the resources thereof. Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Now you read that right there. Who else is that talking about? Who else could that be talking about, that they went in and they covered fields and take them by violence? Now, who went all around the earth, coveted other people's lands and took them by violence, man? Took them by force of the sword and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house. Who is this talking about? Who is this talking about, man? This is talking about the so-called white man. You see? This is talking about the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, man. Okay? And people will say that this is the white man's book, and this and that. The Bible was rewritten, but hey, you don't have no understanding. All right, number one, you've never actually studied the scriptures. You've never actually gone into the history. So the basis that the scriptures have been rewritten and that this is the white man's book is completely unfounded. All right, and really when people say that, they just say that because they heard other people say it. You see. But at the end of the day, people that say that, they don't have no understanding. They don't understand the scriptures. They don't have the spirit to understand and see. You see, because when you read verses like this, you can clearly see that this is talking about a certain group of people. This is talking about the so-called white man. Now, if it was true that the so-called white man wrote the Bible, okay, which the Bible was written by, not just one person. The Bible is not just a book written by one man. The Bible was written by, different men throughout different periods of time, which were inspired through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to write these things down. You see, but even if this was the so-called white man's book, why would he condemn himself within his own book? Okay, there's a whole book in the scriptures called the Book of Obadiah, which specifically deals with the judgment of the so-called white man. So if this is the so-called white man's book, why would he create a whole book condemning himself to the point where after he serves 1,000 years of slavery, he's gonna no longer exist? Why would he put that in there? So you see, it doesn't make sense, but you have to understand who was who in the scriptures according to prophecy to have a clear and concise understanding of the times they be living in, of the context of this book. All right. So hey, man, Esau Edom is gonna be found guilty on all charges, man. All right. And hey, man, I ain't want to make this lesson too long. Hopefully it was edifying. All right, call Elohim Lodge, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kadash, and hey Esau, your time is up, boy. All right, get ready for chains, get ready for slavery, and get ready to be destroyed, man. All right, come Yasha Allah and a Bible Ball.